Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another live stream, and it's actually going to be another great presentation live tonight. And this is actually going to be a gold and silver presentation. This is definitely going to be presented by a great sister. Matter of fact, a mother named Shay Marie was actually going to be presenting this tonight. Of course, we also have Noble Nuff on here, Noble William Jolly Bay, Noble Brandon Forte L, and of course me, I'm here. But of course, we have the wonderful, we have a great panel tonight. But we definitely going to have the floor for this wonderful presentation by Empress Shea Marie. And like I said, we are definitely it's honor and privilege to come to y'all tonight where y'all could be doing something else. And like I said, without further ado, Shea Marie, you can have the floor.
Oh, well, thank you, Brother B. Miles. So, peace and love to everyone that's watching the B Miles channel today. My name is Shay Marie, Empress Shay Marie, and I'm here today to basically make a presentation to the family about acquiring assets. We're going to talk about silver and gold, do a lot of talking about the precious metals and, the state of the economy and things of that nature. Um, so, basically, what I wanted to do first is I wanted to, the last time I showed my collection at the end. So this time I'm going to do it a little bit different. I took out basically majority of the collection that we've accumulated, myself and my family here in my household, and so we want to share some of that with you guys today. So what I'm going to do is turn around my
Islam,
camera.
mother. Islam, mother.
It's my
Before you go any further, I do not want you to hold no punches. I want you to get raw. I don't want you to hold your voice. I want you to tell these people what time it is. I want them. I want you to speak your voice. Don't try to be nice. Just let them know what it is and how important it is for them to really get into this opportunity. And I yield. We got your back, so you all right.
Well, I truly appreciate that and thank you for the encouragement. And yes, I mean, we just want to present some solutions to the people. We're always everyone's always looking for solutions and how can we, start to come together, unite and get ahead. And so, I just want to show what I've been doing and what I've been trying to present to a lot of people in our community over the past year or two. And we're finally coming together. And so, and everyone's also, starting to get their precious metals. A lot of people have been contacting me since I was last on. So we have been growing and doing, amazing things, and people have been reaching out to me like never before. It's like, the universe and what we have for our future and for each other. And when we start working together, you guys, it's going to be so amazing. So many things are falling into play. We're all, coming into alignment with what needs to take place over these next, few months to the next few years, with our community. And so I'm extremely excited for, the things that are happening for us. And I'm looking forward to being able to reach out to more people to let you know that the best is yet to come. This is not the end all be all, and there is an answer. There are solutions, and you can have a life of abundance and live a life of abundance and live your life by your dreams and your design, whatever. So don't never feel like things are not meant for you to have. You just have to believe it, believe in yourself, and go after it. And so I just wanted to show you what I've been doing for over the past 2 or 3 years, collecting assets, accumulating assets, the physical ones, silver and gold. And so I'm going to turn my camera around and show you guys some of the things that we've been accumulating. Okay, so
Damn.
this is
Excuse me for
some
that,
of
but Lord have mercy.
our regular silver bullion. that I've just been collecting over the past year and a half. And these are what we call numismatic coins. I know a lot of
Wow.
you have been hearing a lot about numismatics because I've been, the ones that have been reaching out to me are, that you guys have been learning and you've been doing your research and study. And so you guys pretty much know what to do. And I know, there's a shortage in some places, but this is the company that that I get, my resources. This is what we have available for us.
Wow, sister, can I just say that is an awesome collection. That is like, wow.
And these are some gold notes. It's gold embedded in the notes. They're called cash gold, and so some of them have different weights, different ounces, or you know. And then there's more of our silver that we've been accumulating. So I just want to show you guys that you can do this, and it can be done if we all come together and start working together. And once I transfer to the computer, I'm gonna present to you those solutions and how you guys can start taking advantage of this great wealth transfer, and not only accumulating these assets, but also increasing your cash flow, because I know that's what many of us you know lack, is the financial resources we feel is to do these sort of things. And so that's definitely what we have in store for us, you guys. And so I just wanted to show you some of my collection. We got all types of beautiful pieces. Here's some more gold. Gold is a little bit more expensive, so we get it when we can. But the silver is definitely on sale right now. Gold and silver is on sale. I like to say it's on sale, and you can get it for dirt cheap right now. And there's been talks of silver going up to $100 per ounce, you guys. And so you can actually get silver right now for about $35 an ounce. And so you can start somewhere. If only you can acquire 1 ounce, you definitely can start somewhere and just start doing as much as you can, as much as you possibly can. Don't despise small beginnings, and just go after what you know, and just stay in tune with the universe, and in tune with your destiny, and knowing that we're on the right track. If you're here and you've been listening to B Miles and Noble B Forte, Brother Isaiah, and the things have been resonating with you, then you are definitely in the right place at the right time. And right now is no time to be scared, be afraid. There's really no time for questions, because we've answered all of your questions. Most of your questions are going to be answered after this presentation. And so I'm gonna pass the floor, or pass it over to someone else right now, and I'm gonna get off of my phone and switch over to the laptop to pull up the presentation. I'm going to go through the presentation that I did last time one more again. Brother B Miles, or did anyone else want to chime in while I'm switching over?
Right now, Islam. I also wanted to say what you about what you were talking about. This is also connected to Nasara, ladies and gentlemen, or may I say family. This is what we've been talking about. To stock up on everything, stock up on your silver, stock up on your food supply, and so on. So that's what I wanted to say. Do anybody else have anything to say? 'Cause this is something that we've been trying to let everybody know and show them that this is what's preparing for what's going to take place. And I yield, and I want to say Islam.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
It's
great.
peace and love.
Peace and love.
Yeah, I just
Yes,
wanted to
sis.
say that hold on 1 second. All right, one thing I wanted to say is that this currency that we call fiat is collapsing, and the best thing that we can do is invest in something substantial, and that would be precious metals: silver, gold, platinum, palladium, um, nickel, copper. You know, things that actually have value. Your dollar do not have value. It can only be inflated to make it seem like it have value. But those that are in the know is actually investing in precious metals and getting away from the fiat dollar. You know, even crypto. Crypto is good for a limited time. That's like a limited time offer because in a minute they're gonna treat crypto like the dollar. They're gonna start blowing it up and then they're gonna collapse it. That's just my personal take on it. I know a lot of people is into crypto and a lot of people is getting paid and they're really making a whole bunch of moves off crypto, but take that crypto profit and turning it to silver, gold, and precious metals. And I yield.
Well, Islam, you're absolutely right, Noble. Um, this is something that we've been talking about for I don't know how long, Noble. We've been talking about silver, gold, precious metals for how long? It had to been a while. And ever since we've been talking about it, all we've been doing is trying to find solutions to the problem, to the issue. So, this is something that we've been wanting to show everybody. And
Crypto, forex,
exactly,
everything. You know, we've been trying to get
exactly,
on a whole different level of economics.
right, right.
Is the mother having problems with her presentation?
She should be back on. I think Noble. She should be back on. I think you know how the way we have issues with this with the StreamYard, so she should be coming back on. What I was going to do, I was going to step down eventually and help brother King Bay with the chat, so everybody can go ahead and do what they have to do. I just want to speak real quick and say Islam to everybody on the chat and Islam to the family up on the panel. So as soon as she come back in, I'm gonna go ahead and step down just so if the brother citizen man come in. So,
Yeah, and I'm gonna
but
let the mother
otherwise,
go ahead and do her presentation.
yeah, yeah. That's where we at right now. We just waiting for her to pop back in.
Peace and love,
You
brother
know.
Noble Isaiah L. What's up, brother?
Peace and love, everybody. Yeah, everyone.
Peace and love, brother. Good to hear from you.
Yes, indeed.
Citizen man said he getting set up. He'll be on his way.
All right, okay, citizen man, just hold on a minute.
Brother B Mouse.
Yeah.
The mother just she have something in our chat. You might want to check it out.
Yeah, you have to allow her to share her screen. You know, that's on your end, B Miles.
Before take you there.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, you say okay. You said you gonna drop in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take you about the chat so we can screen share.
While we're waiting for him to allow me to screen share.
All right, try now.
Okay.
All right, let me see. All right. B4T. I'm trying to see if B4T off the stream. Okay, there we go.
Okay, great.
All right, there we go. Are you ready?
Give me 2 more seconds.
Okay.
So, I created. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. Just wanted to let you guys know that I created a investors community called Freedom Riders, breaking the chain of poverty, and we're leveraging sound money methods or sound money systems of leverage to get us or make us wealthy, build generational wealth. And so the purpose of this presentation is, to talk about community and the missions and financial literacy and things of that nature. So I'm going to get into it. The purpose of this community is to provide a royal learning environment for all individuals that want to learn and make money and believe in the power of community and unity. We're going to break the chain of poverty using systems of leverage and community wealth building strategies. We will learn what real money is and how to live outside the systems of debt that was designed to keep the majority of the population in bondage, to take care of a minor group of people working for them as their slaves when they should be working for us. We're going to create strong-minded leaders that want to bring change to their homes, families, and local communities that will branch off and bring their own ideas into fruition. So the mission of Freedom Riders community is to equip every willing man and woman with the tools, resources, strategies, and to go out and make their dreams a reality through wealth building by way of community and uplifting of others. So we talked about financial literacy. The studies show that 73% of the world's population does not know what money is, and financial ignorance carries significant costs. The consumers who fail to understand the concept of interest compounding spend more on transaction fees, run up bigger debts, and incur higher interest rates on loans. They also end up borrowing more and saving less. Meanwhile, the potential benefits of financial literacy are manifold. People with strong financial skills do a better job in building generational wealth. Financial literacy continues. So through the financial literacy teachings that you will learn here in Freedom Riders Investors community, if you put in the work, you too will be able to live a real life of financial freedom on the private side in a decentralized lifestyle. So what I want to do, I'm going to play this 12-minute video again for those who haven't seen it. You definitely want to, I know we had some interruptions the last time, so you definitely want to take a listen to this information that's being presented and, take heed to what's being said and the solutions that are here for us to start really building and changing our situations. So I'm going to go ahead and push play.
Islam, it sounds a little muffled. I don't hear the volume from it. I mean, maybe the chat do, but I don't hear it.
Okay, can the chat let us know if they can hear? Okay, sorry about this, you guys. 1 second.
It's all right. You good. Don't worry about it. Sometimes we fall into technical difficulties. It's okay. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. Just keep
Thank
doing
you.
what you're doing, mother. It's all good.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start the video over again. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Is it playing now?
Yes, you can't hear it.
No, we can't. We can't hear it.
Okay. My volume is all the way up.
Maybe if you just play it on your end and don't have to play the video and just let the audio play on your end, I think everybody get the gist of it.
I'm pulling it up on my phone, and I'll play the audio from my phone.
Tonight we're going to talk about the concept community wealth building. This information I'm about to share with you, if you can wrap your head around this, ladies and gentlemen, and apply these concepts, it can absolutely change your life, even in the middle of all the challenges that are going on within the world today. So I'm going to take about 10 minutes to break this down for you. Pay close attention, take notes, get back in contact with the person who shared this information with you for more information. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. So my name is Mark Hamlin. I live in Richmond, Virginia, and in 2008, 2009, I found myself in a really tough situation I ended up facing foreclosure. I was involved in the construction industry for many years. We did extremely well, but at the end, around the time the recession hit, things got really tough. By 2011, I received that dreaded foreclosure notice. We were 1 year behind on our mortgage. I didn't know what to do. I had a ton of things in the attic, all kinds of stuff in the garage. I didn't know what we were going to do and where we were going to go. But fortunately, I found out about a concept called crowdfunding. And I got involved in that concept. And within 90 days, we were able to generate all the money we needed. And we were able to save our house, the very same house that we live in today. So I took it upon myself to travel around the United States and even around the world, ladies and gentlemen, sharing this concept with people to help them understand what I'm going to talk to you about tonight, called community wealth building. So now, why community wealth building, ladies and gentlemen? And why now? Well, it's because of this. If you're looking on my screen, you can see the global wealth pyramid. This represents wealth inequality around the world, ladies and gentlemen. If you look at this pyramid very carefully, you will notice that the top 8% of the population in the world actually control 82% of the wealth. That means all the rest of us are literally at the bottom, struggling every day to take care of our families and hopefully accomplish any of our goals. And so let's talk about the word pyramid for a minute, because often when we decide to come together in support of one another, people like to use that four-letter word pyramid. All right, at least it sounds like a four-letter word, but they don't understand that the entire financial system is a pyramid, as you see on the screen. In fact, our jobs are pyramids, ladies and gentlemen. And so when we come together in support of one another, what you need to understand, the vehicle and the platform that we use is actually a level playing field. Anyone has the opportunity to be very successful based on their participation. So it's absolutely not a pyramid. And so whenever anyone can achieve more than the other person based on their efforts, that's not a pyramid. But also let's talk about the word Ponzi, because that's used a lot as well. Most people don't understand what a Ponzi is. A Ponzi is an investment scheme. Normally they promise you a great return to get you to join, but they use the money from the people that come in later to pay the people that were there at the very beginning. It's completely illegal. You have to understand, what we do here has nothing to do with a Ponzi. It's not any type of investment whatsoever. It is what is known as crowdfunding, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to understand the details in just a moment. So now, when we consider, ladies and gentlemen, the wealth inequalities around the world, let's just start with the United States. All right, so we can see here, based on ethnic groups, household income, there are certain groups that are struggling, all right, making half of what other groups are making. But here's the thing, it's not just in the United States, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually all around the world. Because one of the things that you will see here is the countries in red. These are the poorest countries in the world. And the thing you need to understand is that it's Africa, it's the Middle East, it's Asia, it's parts of Europe, it's Central America, and it's South America. Most people are struggling to make it, ladies and gentlemen. And when you go to this chart here, and these details come, you can get this right off of Wikipedia. Out of 78 countries around the world, the bottom 40, the monthly income per family is less than $1,000 a month. In some families, it's much less. Like the Democratic Republic of Congo, $43 a month. How in the world can you take care of a family on such little money? So there's definitely wealth inequality. This is why community wealth building, and especially right now in the middle of COVID-19. Now, here's the thing that most people don't understand. We are wealthy right now. People are wealthy right now and don't know it. Now, how can I even say that? Because collectively, we support many successful businesses, governments, and organizations. Just think about it. Walmart, they're successful because of the customers that support them. Governments are successful because of the citizens that support them, and nonprofits because of their supporters that support them. What does that tell you? The people have the money, but the people haven't figured out how to support one another with the money that they do have. Isn't that a novel idea? Now, this concept is not old, people supporting one another. It actually goes back many years. It falls under the category of Rotating Savings and Credit Association, better known as ROSCA. Roscoe is simply small groups of people who agree to support one another, to borrow, and to save together. It's called a form of peer-to-peer banking. The people literally become the bank, all right? And they share in all of the proceeds. They don't have to split anything with, a company, all right? Now, this has names all around the world. You can see the list here, all right? Now, some of these I can't even pronounce, right? But you can see Pandas in Latin America, Chama in Swahili, East Africa, Committee in Pakistan, Partner in Hand in West Indies, Condenas in Mexico. It has a name in just about every major country around the world. People came together to support one another when they could not depend on the governments. They could not depend on corporations. They recognized that they could depend on one another. Isn't that a novel idea? Now we get to crowdfunding, because there's been a lot of ways that people have supported one another. We know about the Susu, we know about gifting, but you know what? All those categories actually fall under crowdfunding now. Crowdfunding is the practice of funding a project or venture by raising small amounts of money from a large number of people, typically via the internet. Crowdfunding is a form of crowdsourcing and alternative finance. In 2015 alone, over $34 billion was given to people to help them. That money was all raised through crowdfunding. So it's kind of interesting that United States laws affect the entire world. It's really interesting that happens. But you have to understand that this was signed into law through the Jobs Act. So the Congress approved it, and President Barack Obama signed it on April the 5th, 2012, because right around the time when I was dealing with that foreclosure, businesses couldn't borrow money because banks were failing. You remember that, guys? Banks were failing, and they weren't loaning money to the businesses, and the businesses couldn't survive. All right? So rather than just writing a check and sending checks to people, they signed this bill that made it possible for business owners to receive contributions from the general public, ladies and gentlemen. And not only could business owners raise contributions from the general public without giving anything back, ladies and gentlemen, that's what individuals like you and I can do it also. That's why you have websites like GoFundMe. So when people see community wealth building, first of all, you know that they don't understand what crowdfunding is. With crowdfunding, you don't need a product. It's a contribution because it's legal to contribute to help other people everywhere in the world. I used to be an embassy guard. I was stationed in Karachi, Pakistan, and Bangkok, Thailand. In both countries, especially in Pakistan, it was very poor. And there was a lot of people begging for money, ladies and gentlemen. You can give money to anybody, not only in Pakistan, but anywhere in the world, United States, anywhere in the world is completely legal. All right, let's continue. So now, before, when they were doing these community groups, ladies and gentlemen, those groups had to be very small because there was a challenge in getting the money to people. All right, you never wanted to have to depend on Visa, MasterCard, Cash App, and all these things because they can shut you down. If they don't like what you're doing, you're getting too much money coming in, they will shut you down. Well, that's why cryptocurrency is here, ladies and gentlemen. Cryptocurrency is the people's money. It's digital money. It enables us to support one another, to do business with people without dependence on the banks, the Visa, the MasterCards, and the payment processors. It's a level of economic freedom for the people. Also, we don't have to pay the fees, the high fees. We don't have to pay those when you're dealing with cryptocurrency. So this is the next part. Now, of course, the number one cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. And we know that Bitcoin has made a lot of people very wealthy, but there are other cryptocurrencies out there also, such as Tron. The advantage of Tron is that it transfers very fast and the fees are extremely low pennies. The next concept you need to understand, and the latest technology, is called a smart contract. What is a smart contract? It's a computer code or a transaction protocol, which is intended to automatically execute, control, and document legally relevant events and actions according to the terms of the contract or the agreement. The objective of smart contracts are the reduction of the need in trusted intermediaries, arbitrations, and enforcement costs, and its elimination of fraud. So a smart contract is nothing but computer code. If this happens, then that must happen. It does the same thing over and over again. It doesn't make mistakes. It's completely fair to everyone, and it gives everyone the same opportunity to achieve their goals within the smart contract. Now, the traditional way two parties will come together They would sign a contract. They would have a third party, like a lawyer there, that would approve everything, and then that lawyer would also execute things. But sometimes you can have errors in that process. Not so with smart contracts. When you combine, ladies and gentlemen, the internet, smartphones, social media, when you combine crowdfunding, smart contracts, and cryptocurrency, you now have the ability to build a community that can literally wrap around the world, and the funding potential is unprecedented. Our parents couldn't even dream of it. So now, the next question becomes, how do you actually do this? So we understand the concept, but how do you actually do this? How does it really work? Well, let's answer that. How can communities empower themselves? They can leverage their talent and they can leverage their resources. These are a really good example. Years ago, people used to come together. They used to help each other build homes and bonds. This is what you call a bond raising that you're looking at right here. And you'll notice that people are dressed differently. So the way it worked is that everybody had to do something, even if all you did was cook, clean up, pass lumber, or you were a craftsman. But everybody did something. You had to give first so that you could receive. All right? So you would give your time, your talent to help build someone else's house. In return, the community would come over and help you build your house. What made it work is everybody participated. That's where the leverage came in. That enabled them to build houses really fast. That enabled them to get things done really fast because you had group participation, ladies and gentlemen. That's what makes community wealth building work. Everybody participating. What is the participation? Is grow the community. Share your success. Invite people to hear what can happen when we come together in partnership with one another, leveraging the latest cutting edge technology, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you're on this call today, and that's exactly what we're doing here. So
I'm going to stop the video right there, and I just want to piggyback on some of those things that was discussed, and just talk about most definitely, the community wealth building aspect side of, the real reason why we need to be coming together, not just unifying, but one of the things that plagues our community the most is the lack of financial resources. A lot of people are, struggling, even though they're working, 9 to 5 jobs. The cost of living is going up. And so this is why we definitely stress about getting silver and preserving your wealth and silver and gold as well. But there is a great wealth transfer taking place right now where we can take advantage of these systems of leverage. I am going to go ahead and share my screen again if I can, and we're going to get into some of those systems of leverage. I'm going to go over them very briefly. A few of them, a few of you that are watching already know about them, already are participating in them, and accumulating your silver. And what I did want to say is, I hope you guys was able to, hear all that was said on what I just played. I really wish that you were able to see the visuals so that you can, really get an understanding or an understanding of what was being said. But, if you took notes, I really and truly urge you guys to start taking the time to go and learn and study things for yourself. So that you can come in having some type of knowledge. There is all type of information on YouTube. You can Google things. We can't be afraid to learn new things and start teaching ourselves new things. We have to get out of the same old, always waiting for someone to, lead us and guide us in a way. I'm here to lead and guide or whatever, but we have to be our own leaders at the same time and take the initiative and be action takers towards, the things that we want to do. We can't just always be waiting for someone to do that for us. And I'm going to tell you now, there's a hunger for knowledge right now, a hunger for people that they want to be free. People want, some type of security. It's just bad right now. And this is definitely what you guys need. This is what we need as a community to move forward and build together, start making sure that each family, each and every household has the financial resources so that we can all then do what we need to do in our own communities to grow our own local communities at the same time. So at the, I say that to also say, please do your due diligence and start taking the time to learn for yourselves, because there are people right now that are overwhelmed. Uh, There are people right now that are overwhelmed with, you know, just the pressure of everybody wanting or needing something from them, instead of wanting to take the time and do your due diligence and not trying to rush and get a quick remedy, because at this point there is no quick remedy, besides also nationalizing or whatever. But there's more things that we all have to learn. We all need to be learning the laws and learning how to operate in our proper person. And so people really, really need to start taking this serious and you know doing your own due diligence to study and learn and try some things for yourself, because I'm only one person. I have a lot of partners that I do business with and I communicate with that are, like I said, overwhelmed and feeling drained. And so I just want everybody to know that we want to see our people do better and have better and get go after that freedom that you're looking for. But it's time for you to take the more initiative to do it for yourself and stop waiting for somebody to do it for you, because we're all grown people. I don't want to. We're all grown of age, the age of majority, where we all have been through some things. We all have our traumas and things that we go through. But right now, while we still on lockdown, now is the time. Like, we've already wasted a lot of time. But I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and we're gonna talk about one of the companies that a lot of people are loving since the last video, have been joining and taking advantage of and getting their silver and their gold. And let's see. Can you see my screen?
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I apologize. One of y'all I'm going to have to drop off for like 1 second, so you can screen share.
I will.
Okay, all right, nobody's there. All right, so nobody's there is gonna I'm gonna drop him off for 1 second, and I'm gonna bring. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna drop him off real quick, and I'm gonna allow Sister Shay Marie to screen share. So see if you can try to do it now.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
All right, let's try now.
Can you see my screen?
No, I can't see it.
No, we can't see it. Try it again.
Yo, B, if you need to drop somebody else off, you could drop me off. I got the link in my email so I can get back in.
All right, okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna
What
see.
about now?
Okay. All right, there we go.
All right.
Okay, cool. Okay, so one of the first companies that or not companies, but platforms that everyone's been starting off at or getting into is 25 to Life. And what 25 to Life is, one of those crowdfunding opportunities that you just heard about. where we are basically gifting and donating to each other. With a one-time donation of $25 is all you would really need to come in with, in addition to $10 as a technology fee for your back office. And when you come in, you're going to pay your $24, and then what you really would need, I'm sorry, your $25, and what you would need to do is bring in 2 people under you. But we're basically moving up these levels. So each level, you're going to receive 4 payments. So on the first level, you're going to need, you'll receive 4 payments of $25. Once you receive those 4 payments, you're going to take $75 of that to upgrade to the second level. And on the second level, you'll receive, 4 payments of $75. And you're going to take $275 of that and keep $25 to yourself. And you're going to take $275 to upgrade to the third level. Once you do that, you're going to receive 4 payments of $275. Once you receive the 4 payments of $275, that'll total to $1,100. Keep leaving you with $100. And then on the fourth level, you will receive 4 payments. You'll receive 4 payments of $1,000, and all of those payments will be yours to keep. And then the system will automatically re-enter you back into the program again to start the cycle over again. And so that's why it's called 25 for life, because you can actually start receiving these payments over and over again for life. Okay. And so this is a crowdfunding community wealth building opportunity that everyone has been jumping on. And, as our community continues to grow, those $4,000 payments will definitely start to roll to people who've already taken advantage. So you want to get in where you fit in now, so that you can be the recipient of those $4,000 payments. So that's the first program that we've been working on and building. And so I'm going to talk about the second option, which is where we're getting our silver from. One of the companies we're getting our silver from is Quicksilver. And this is a promotion actually that Quicksilver had last month for the March Madness. And so they were giving away, with this company, you could get 1 free coin every time you brought in 2 people. So I'm quite sure since we had our last meetings together, that there have been a few people that have gotten in and should actually be receiving their free coins. Because basically the way I'm structuring our community is, whenever anyone comes in, I'm just placing people under each other so that we can begin to build. So we're building from the bottom up. And so this is basically how it's working. So if you have questions about, you don't know people, you may not, you may not feel like you're good at selling or whatever, I don't want you to worry about that now. I definitely want you to have that in mind, that that's something that you should really be looking into, as far as to elevate yourself and start putting the word out there to really start helping your people as well generate these assets. But don't worry about, the people, because the people are coming in, our community is growing. And like I said, as we're growing, everyone's going to benefit from the bottom up. Okay. So I don't want anyone to reach out to me from here on out and say, well, I don't know anyone. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the people. Our community is growing. And so you're not going to have to worry about, not having people to sign up or anything like that, because we are helping each other, period. Okay. So that's Quicksilver. So when you come in with Quicksilver right now, you can get this challenge package for $129, which gives you the case that you guys saw. We got quite a few of them here. It gives you the case along with the plastic coverings for your silver, a magnifying glass, a pad, and some gloves. And the promotion last month was they were giving away a free coin. They haven't put out the new promotion for April yet, but this company is always giving away free silver, always giving away and money or helping people to make more money with different promotions every single month or just about. So I'm quite sure there's going to be something coming out in a few days, okay, to be able to take advantage of. And so you get this kit for $20, say at a $20 savings right now. And so we have what we call a wealth ambassador. And when you come in as a wealth ambassador, that's basically you starting your own e-commerce business for a small fee of $9.99. And it's going to give you a website. And the great thing about it is when you purchase this package, whether you purchase it when you start off and when you sign up, or within the first 30 days of you being with Quicksilver, this will position you to start earning $40 for every person that comes in underneath you with your special link that purchases this kit. So that's a stream of income that you would be able to accumulate or earn with this opportunity. Okay. And so that's just a little bit about Quicksilver. What I am going to do once I relinquish the mic, I am going to start put but what I actually need everyone to do is, if you want to know more information, to email me personally at shaymarieinc@gmail.com. And then I'll just ask you a few questions. I really need to fill out people right nowadays to see if, you can come into our community, because we're just trying to keep it safe and secure right now. So email me at shaymarieinc@gmail.com. That's Shaymarieinc@gmail.com. If you want to get access to our community wealth building chat, which is on Telegram, and we'll have a conversation, and I'll fill you out and everything and see what we'll do from there. Okay. But we welcome everyone. We just want everybody to be on the same energy as us, and just want to go ahead and jump in and just get this work done. It's no more time for questions and things of that nature, or doubting anything. Like, this is working, and we're gonna make it work even better and more, to the point where our people are never gonna have to worry about finances ever again. We just got to make it work. It works if we work it. Okay. So the next company that I'm going to talk about, or opportunity, is called 7K Metals. And they have what we call the Sound Money Wallet. And it's a membership-based company. You come in with a membership. We have two options you can choose from. The memberships are for a year. So they're kind of like Costco's memberships. And this is pretty much the same structure. As you can see, the company is an A+ rating company with the Better Business Bureau. They are authorized through Numismatic Group Corporation as a dealer. Their vaults are insured by Lloyd's of London. They have the co-founder is a billionaire. His name is Roger Ball. If anyone knows of a eco-friendly style company, they sell products that are eco-friendly, called Melaleuca. And so, the company has zero debt, been in business for over 4 years now. And, they just bought a new home office out in Idaho. And I do know some of my partners personally who have been to the home office. I'm planning to go to visit the home office down in Idaho and take a look around. They will definitely welcome us in because of their members and who we're connected to. So all of, your worries and fears are really pretty much, have already been canceled. We use a Plaid network system to connect to banks. This, same as Venmo, and uses we use Venmo to keep your data private. And so this is another community wealth building project that will allow, with this project, people to earn a minimum of 500, between 500 to 12,500 per week. I didn't say per month, I said per week. And so, as our community grows, we will definitely be some of the many people that will start getting that type of income every week. I know many of you probably never had that much money, but it's definitely possible, and with this opportunity. So these are some of the amazing benefits that this company also has. So if you're worried about healthcare, and they have gold backed IRAs. It's also a tax write off. It's a residual income opportunity for a lifetime for us. So if you're worried about losing your job or whatever, those fears and worries should be canceled by now. And you can buy precious metals at dealer direct prices. So we have prices that the we have access to prices that the dealers get, and we don't, pay all the high premium prices. I did see someone in the chat ask about, are they paying too much for some of the silver they required or acquired, and it just depends. I don't know. It depends. We do have the best prices around. It's been tested and proven hand down. And not only that, we are one of, or a couple of the only companies that actually have physical silver right now. There are companies that are turning people away, sending them their money back and telling them they can't purchase any more silver. So we're in a great position with this opportunity. We also have the we also have the Sound Money Wallet, which allows you to buy gold, buy silver, digitally. So if you wanted to put in your Sound Money Wallet $1 to purchase, a small increment of gold a day, you can do that, or a small increment of silver a day, you can do that. This system also allows you to send gold and silver digitally to members that also have the Sound Money Wallet. So it's great for people. A lot of people have been introducing this to people who have businesses and wants to start accumulating and acquiring gold. And so the businesses, they get a membership with 7K, they get a Sound Money Wallet. And when people come in to shop and they have the Sound Money Wallet as well, they can send them gold or silver or cash, however you want to do it, and whatever you guys agreement you come to, through the Sound Money Wallet. So that's an amazing thing. A lot of companies have been reaching out to 7K Metals, wanting to get access to the Sound Money Wallet, because this is an amazing thing to have. And we are the only ones that have access to this system, you guys. It is patented and it's on lock. So, we are with a great company right now. So I showed before, these are some of the coins that you can get with 7K Metals. So we deal with numismatics. We already talked about numismatics a little bit, being the highest class level of coin collecting that you can collect right now, and their artwork. This is what the wealthy collect when they are putting their money away to preserve. Okay, this is the type of artwork they're putting their money into: coins, gold and silver, but it's also artwork. And these pieces can go for thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, because of their rare value. There's only so many of them that are made, which make them rare. So by you having ownership of one or two of them, you know, whatever you have, you're doing great because you have rare coins. And they're also graded on a Richter scale of 1 to 70. So these coins are like MS, or they call MS 70s or PF 70s. So that's the highest class level of coin collecting. And if they don't, it also, another thing about the company is whatever they don't have, they will not sell it to you. So, I heard someone ask me about they went to my website today to look at what we have, because you can shop without having a membership, but you're going to pay premium pricing. And some of the things that you would have access to as a member is going to show sold out on the back side of the website because you're not a member. So it's best to become a member because you get better pricing and you get access to more inventory that we do have available. So just wanted to let you know that. Let's see. Next slide. Okay, these are just some more coins that you can get as well. This beautiful coin. This is one of the coins that I believe came out in our. The company has coin drops just about every week where they have antique coins or particular coins that they're going to drop at a particular time, and you have to have the code. They'll probably text it to you if you're in the text message list, if you're on their list to receive text messages, and you have to get there real fast because these coins go super super fast, you guys, and sometimes they cost thousands of dollars. There was one on there um, about 2 weeks ago that was for like $4,000. And I was like, wow, very beautiful coin, very beautiful piece. But it went so fast. It went quick, like you, this within 2 minutes, within the first 5 minutes, they were sold out. So, we have it's amazing time with these coins or whatever with these companies. And this has been real fun, being able to collect these coins at the same time. So with this company, as I shared, you could make between 500 to 1,250, 12,500 per week, you guys. And so this is basically how we would have to structure our organization. But don't worry about all of the logistics of that because we have some awesome automated things in store for with our company and with the team that we're on that we're connected to. So there's nothing really to worry about. And these are more of the benefits. These are some more of the benefits that you can get with with 7K metals, and I didn't want to prolong that. Let's see here. I'm gonna skip this part. What I did want to say is there are also going to be some cryptocurrency platforms that we're going to be learning about. We definitely want to be. I want to teach you guys about opting out of the system of debt, getting rid of your fiat, putting your money into some amazing opportunities with especially in cryptocurrency, like Brother Nuff said right now, it's nothing that you're going to stay in, but we're going to definitely take advantage of these opportunities to increase our assets, to increase the money that we have. And with crypto, you can definitely do that right now because there are all type of coins that are coming out that are like just increasing in value on a daily basis. And sometimes I look at my phone and I'm like blown away. So these are definitely opportunities you want to take advantage of. Don't sleep on cryptocurrency. We're not going to be sleeping on cryptocurrency. I have some trading platforms that we can definitely take advantage of to start trading cryptocurrency and learning about the Forex market as well. So, I just want to let you guys know the best is yet to come. And if anyone has any answer or questions, I'm definitely willing to take those questions right now.
Any questions? Any questions from the audience? Any questions from the chat?
And I'll stop sharing my screen as well.
Okay.
No one has any questions?
Any questions?
What do you know about crypto mining? I'm getting into crypto mining as well. I'm actually in the process of investing in my own crypto mining machines. So yeah, we definitely looking into that. I have some people, some partners that are looking for investors to help them with that as well. I'm well connected, you guys, with people, and there's nothing that we can't get into, nothing that we can't learn. So, it's all about networking at this point. You're absolutely welcome, JSO. Thank you for listening.
Any more questions?
There's no other questions. I will mute my mic, and you brothers can definitely chime in.
Islam, I got a question.
Islam.
Yeah, the question I had is that, what would be, and I'm speaking from a person that's trying to actually understand it. What would be the starting point of um group economics, and how will we be better suited to begin investing and starting on the nationalistic standpoint, Islam?
Well, that's my focus right now, is like our people. We can definitely as we are accumulating these assets, start pitching into something more, our nation, everyone pitching in who starts to come in and pitch in towards like building a fund system for us to start building. But this is basically going to provide them with the financial resources that we're all, like most of our people are lacking, you know, to be able to do that, to be able to contribute more finances, more assets to our nation, so that we can start building on a national level, and not having to worry about not having the financial resources. And so we could I did speak with Brother Isaiah about that before. There's different things I don't want to speak too much about here
Right.
on YouTube,
Right.
but there are different avenues and things that we can do, such as like, creating a trust and, stuff like that.
Beautiful answer. And another thing, I just to validate what the mother was saying, my Quicksilver study started when I was watching Taj Tariq Bey and mother Mrs. Dr. G, and he threw up some silver. He just threw up silver, like, this is what y'all need to be getting into, because the fiat is no more, and this is what y'all need to be putting y'all money into, y'all fiat into. And this is important. You make this fiat currency. You go to work every day, or you go out there, you do whatever you do to get this greenback. And the value of that is like 25 cents or even lower than that to the 100% of what that dollar is worth. It's inflated fiat. So if you take that $45 and buy you some silver, that $45 stay into the value of that silver that you buy. If you spend $100,000 on precious metals, it's gonna stay at that value. It can't deflate or inflate. It's based upon measures. It's based upon measurements. It's not based upon what you would call what the Federal Reserve would make it. It's based upon weighted measures. So an ounce of silver or ounce of gold is going to be the price of ounce silver and gold is what it's going to be. They cannot fluctuate that. They cannot. No, they have tried, but that's a conversation for another day. But when it gets to a certain point, and I've been watching this debt clock. If you go to the United States debt clock and you look at the price of gold and silver, it will blow your mind. And I yield.
And he's right. He's definitely right.
And let me just add this too to what Nuth was saying. The value of the precious metal remains the same, but the price can vary, and it does, as we see in the markets all the time. But that's based on the value of the currency itself, not the value of the metal. Just just so people out there don't get confused from what Nuth was saying, because I know somebody out there is probably wondering, well, if I buy an ounce of silver for $15, tomorrow it could be worth $13. So how does my $15 remain in that silver? But it's not that. It's the value of the currency that fluctuates, not the value of the metal. That's why when you trade the currency for the metal, you basically preserve that value. So as the price of the currency goes up and down, as long as you hold that precious metal, you remain unaffected. That's why wealthy people are putting their money in, putting their currency into gold and silver. And it's like this. This is the way I deal with it. Silver, the price is so low and it fluctuates so much that it's a precious metal that you can buy and sell like stocks. So you buy it when the price goes down, you sell it when the price goes up, and you can do those flips relatively quick. But when it comes to gold, gold is more of a long-term investment because it has so much value in so little of it that you can store large amounts of money, and you can convert large amounts of money into smaller amounts of gold and retain larger amounts of wealth with a smaller package, as opposed to trying to save that wealth with silver.
That's a fact.
So the gold would be like the money you're keeping in the bank. The gold would be like your savings account, and the silver would be like your checking account.
Right, barterability. Absolutely, barterability. Your silver is for your barterability. Your gold is for like that generational wealth. That's what I always, and the numismatics along with that. That's for the generational wealth that you're building. But these small bullion rounds and whatever, that's your barterability. Yeah, I share that from Lynette Zane. She always talks about that, make sure you have barterability, and then you also, have that long-term wealth aspect as well. So that's why I do both, and that's why I introduce both to everyone so that everyone can start, in that path.
Yep. And I would suggest, if you are going to use gold, or cash in the value of your gold to purchase anything, I would say take that currency and put it into land, into property, because the land holds intrinsic value just like the gold and the silver does. So
I was just getting ready to say that, citizen, man. I was just getting ready to say that land. I was just getting ready to say that, brother.
Yeah, because again, as the currency markets fluctuate up and down, your land is still your land. Those trees are still those trees. That house is still a house. So it doesn't matter what the paper markets say it's worth a house. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got no Isaiah up here. I think he might want to chime in also. If you was done, Shay Marie, if you still got more you want to share, you can go on ahead, mother.
Oh, well, I did want to answer a few people's questions. Let me go back up. I heard someone asked about if you give $500. Let me see. I had it up here. It moved. Okay, so Mr. Nice One says, so for 5 y'all will build that structure and open up assets to the coin. Mr. Nice One, what I need you to do is email me, because you're not giving us $500. These are separate platforms that we're utilizing, so each one of them has different costs to be involved with them. So those things that we can definitely go into. I shared a little bit that the Quicksilver opportunity is like $9.99 to start, plus your silver is about $35 an ounce. Plus, if you want to get that kit that you saw there, it's another $129. So it all depends on what you want to do with your money. But then we have the 7K metals. I'll, talk more about that because that's a yearly membership. So it's a little bit more pricier, but it comes with more value. So, it's all based on what you want to do, but we can go into those details a little bit later when you contact me. And we access all these opportunities from the Telegram group. Yes, you most definitely can. Just email me and I will definitely work on helping you get over there into the Telegram chat. That was Rashida J. Fully understand the process. Thank you. Thank you to 11 Sky Real. I need help remove my Bitcoins out of Cash App into my bank. Do you know how to do that? Thank you, Islam. Absolutely, I can help you with that. It's not difficult at all. Are the purchases tax deductible? Yes, everything is tax deductible if you started as a business. So yes, it is tax deductible with 7K and with Quicksilver. So if you come in with Quicksilver, you got to start it off as a wealth ambassador for $9.99. If you just start as a customer, then it's not a tax write-off. You should be able to say, oh, I'm sorry, so glad. Let me see.
There was somebody just asked a pretty good question, and the question was, what
Mhm.
makes the new numeric silver coins cost more money? And I'm not exactly sure what the answer is, but my best guess would probably be the same reason why everything else costs more money now: inflation, devaluing of the currency. Am am I am
It's
I
the
right or am I
numismatic.
off?
Absolutely.
It's talking about the
Numismatics,
numismatic. Yeah, numismatics.
numismatics they're encased coins, so they come in this type of case. And they're graded, they're the highest grade of coin collecting. The highest graded coins that you can get are MS-70s, MS-69s. Coins are graded on a Richter scale of 1 to 70. So you're getting the highest grade. And what makes them cost more money is because they're rare. They're rare coins. They have rare designs on them. Some of them, you know, they only have so many of them that are, you know, like made or printed up. So
Right.
like, you know, you might only get 20,000 of these circling around or circulating
Mm-hmm.
around
Right.
worldwide. So people pay for those type of rare items. That's what makes it cost more.
Right. It's just like the Silver Eagles or the Standard Liberties. They've been pressed up so many times that in order to get a true numismatic from that, it have to be set and pressed on a different die, and the artwork on that will have to be so supreme. Will have to be a first die, and then it will have to be put inside of a case, and then they will only press so many of those for that year, and that will make the value. And it's just like the goldbacks or the Utah goldbacks or the gold foil gold notes that comes in at a 70 GMM
Oh,
grade.
so they're just limited edition collectibles, basically.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Ah, that's
And then they
interesting.
have a certificate of authenticity, and you have a
right.
number that when that you have an actual number of what number that coin was pressed. Say for instance, you had the 200, maybe the 20,000 coin that press. You have a certificate of authenticity saying that this was the 2000 coin that was pressed. And it may
Mm.
have stopped at 5,000. They might have only
Right.
pressed 5,000. They might have pressed 10,000. They might have pressed just so many and put them inside glass cases and put them out at a certain price. But as time goes on and the value goes up, collectors are looking for these certain type of, just like a Black Panther coin. Just like the Wakanda Black Panther coin that they pressed, they only did like 2,500 of those. You know how much those cost right now? Like the Marvel. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
this
When they
is a
have,
Darth Vader.
yeah, the
I
Darth
just got this
Vader.
today, and
Yeah.
I think when it came out, when I seen these on sale, they said it was only like 2,000 of these that they made or something like that. So that
I
was
could
less.
I tried to get one. I couldn't get one. It was done. It was done. I
Yeah,
tried to get a Darth Vader and I couldn't get the Darth Vader, but what I did, I got the Avengers Assemble with the Avengers and the Thanos, and I got that set. So I just keep that put up. I got that from Quicksilver. the eventual
You know what's
symbol.
crazy? I just thought about something wild, bro. To the analogy that I made about gold versus silver, right? Nuth, you're gonna love this one. You seen the movie 300, right? You remember that movie with the Spartans and the Persians and all that?
Yeah.
Leonidas and okay. When the Persians came to Sparta and they bought off the priests to get the Spartan army to stand down, what did they use to pay the priests off with, Nuth?
Gold.
Okay. And in the Bible, the story of Judas, what did the Romans use to pay Judas to snitch on Jesus?
Silver.
So for since the beginning of time, gold has been used to buy off governments and silver has been used to pay off snitches.
Wow.
Yeah.
History lesson.
But at the same time, both of these currencies been used to move nations, and both of these currencies have been used to finance armies. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Both of these currencies have been used to keep things moving far as trading and bartering. It was only until, you know, the Rockefellers and the monster at Jekyll Island came and they created a Federal Reserve, they created a fiat when it actually destroyed everything that we could even perceive far as something that was substantial, something that backed our currency. The only reason why they made dollars, you know what I'm saying, was because they couldn't carry all that gold no more. So they had to
Yeah.
back it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
That's when you
dollars,
had.
the
Go
paper
ahead, brother.
currency, the paper currency was basically like a receipt. So you would give, and it's funny. I learned this in economics in college, and this is how the entire banking system started.
Mm-hmm.
The merchants would have so much gold that they'd be afraid of getting robbed by the highway robbers. So what they would do is
Right.
they would go to the blacksmith, the metal man, because you know he could build all the safes and everything, and he would take the gold and he would store it for them, document how much gold they gave him, and then give them a receipt, a paper receipt back instead. So then they can go to the next town over or the next, you know, the next city, state, or wherever they were traveling to, take that receipt, take it to the local blacksmith. The blacksmith is going to give them their amount in gold, because now that blacksmith can take that paper receipt back to the original blacksmith and get his gold back.
Mm-hmm.
And then the merchants can then go on and use the gold and do their business, do their
Yeah.
transactions.
That's how the
So
banking system started.
and it was the blacksmith specifically because, well, coins are metal and they did all the coin minting and all that stuff. So it's pretty interesting how it started, but it all started, and it's funny because the entire banking system got started because a bunch of a-holes wanted to rob people. It was because of robbers. People needed to secure their gold. You know what I'm saying? So imagine this. We would not even have this banking system, and we would have free open trade with precious metals if it weren't for those highway robbers that forced the merchants to hand all their money over to the blacksmith for pieces of paper. Ain't
And
that
right,
something?
the citizen man, check this out. They was like, okay, we'll hold y'all money. We'll hold y'all money for y'all, but y'all gotta pay us to hold y'all
For a
money.
fee.
For a
Yeah.
fee.
So when you go to get your gold back with the receipt, you're not getting the same amount
Get
that
the
you
same
put
amount of money.
So you times that 100 times over, and the blacksmith becomes the wealthiest man in town.
Yeah.
Ain't that?
Return on
It's just like go ahead, brother.
Now I would just saying return on the investment. I would just agree with y'all. That's all.
Yeah.
You think so, B Miles?
Nobody's there up here, man. I don't want to keep on talking. I want the brother No Isaiah to come and talk. That's my brother from another.
No,
Absolutely.
I'm enjoying y'all.
No, I like where B Miles. I like where B Miles was going with it, and I want you to elaborate on that, B Miles. You said that what the blacksmith did was basically capitalize on a return on investment, which in essence is true, but look where it got us though. So can you really say that was a good move to make?
Yeah, I see where you're going. I mean, I see where you're going as far as like, I mean, where it got us and all that, but I definitely see the upper angle. Like they were getting a return on the investment, but in the long run, we were getting screwed over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So from the blacksmith's perspective, it was good for him, but for the people who were getting screwed over, it was bad for them.
Pretty
But
much.
if you look at the blacksmiths, from what I know, from what I've been learning, as far as the blacksmiths, they had a craft and they was always getting paid. They made swords, they made shields, they dealt with metallurgy. You know what I'm saying? So they was getting paid regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody always wanted a sword, they always wanted a knife, they always wanted somebody to press their coin, they always wanted to do some dark stuff to keep things under the table of the king. Or, okay, I got this gold, melt it down, smelt it, and put my signet on it, and then it's my money. I mean, at the end of the day, see, and this is why I really believe that the Federal Reserve, the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergs and DuPonts and all that, they came together and they was like, oh no, we got to control the currency. So the only
Yep.
way we could control the currency is we have to get their money inside our banking system. Rothschild sent his children to different parts of the land as bankers. You got the Bank of America, you got the Bank of London, you got the Bank of Canada, you got the Bank of Dubai. You got all these different banks all around the world, and all these
Mm-hmm.
banks are ran by one system, one family. And I have to say, excuse me, and I have to say this, and this is why Donald Trump was doing what he was trying to do. He was trying to get away from all that. He was trying to put everything into a central banking system that was away from the corrupt banking system and made it for the people and not for the corporation.
Yo, no, check
And
this out.
yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
you
Go ahead
good,
and finish
brother.
your point.
Sister, man, you my brother, bro. You go ahead.
All right, all right. Well, let me drop this. Let me drop this jewel on you. Now, in the world of business and contracting, the contracts that generally pay the best are government contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you really think about it, the blacksmiths actually had an unfair advantage, and this goes back to your point about them, having a skill and being paid for their skill, like metalwork. Who made the weapons for the king's armies? Who made
Blacksmith.
who made the armor for the king's knights? Who made the crown for the king? The blacksmith. So the blacksmiths were basically one of the first government contractors, aside
Yeah.
from the masons who built the castles. So
Mm-hmm.
those two guys, instead of the banking elites trying to be, going to be king, all they would have to do is get up under the king by becoming the blacksmith or becoming the mason. So that way they would have the king dependent on them, and they would have access to all the wealth. Like, think about this, right? You're a mason and you work for the king. You do the maintenance around the castle. The king pays you every time something goes wrong. All you got to do is start milking it by making things go wrong. And before you know it, the king is solely dependent on you now, because he can't rule from his castle if it's falling apart. So you'll always have a job, and you'll always be able to call your own price and make as much money off him as possible and literally suck him dry. Like, I know roofing contractors that went to jail over that, where they would go redo people's roofs, but they won't do it properly. And then after a few months, things would go bad when the warranty expires, and then they would come back, charge the people again, do the roof over. Like, it was a big thing here in Florida. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of see the same thing possibly happening back then. So here you have these government contractors who are in the employ of the king, but the king is so dependent on them that now their wealth is exceeding the king's wealth, which makes them, in essence, the real kings. Hence the shadow government, the banking cartel that control the politicians, and the king was the face that the people saw. So the king was the politician. Meanwhile, the blacksmiths and the builders were the ones really pulling the strings.
Nice. Shay Marie, anything you'd like to add?
No, I just I did pull up something I shared on my Facebook earlier just to give the people an idea of like how we've been getting bamboozled. So, we put our money in the banks. This is our money. The banks need us. We don't need the banks, but we've been kind of confused to think that we need them. And so, you know, when we go to work every day, I just want you guys to see how we go to work every day, and like Rashida J just said, you know, they get our money now before we get it. They take taxes out of our money before we even get it, right? And then it goes and gets direct deposited into a bank. But now, you know, you still don't have all of what you worked hard for. And then on top of that, they give you what they call allowances, such as overdraft fees, right? Or overdraft protection. But it says here in 2017 that Wells Fargo made 1.8 billion and Bank of America made 1.7 billion on overdraft fees alone. And so, you know, this is a part of their robbery system, because they're acting as if they're loaning you more money by allowing you to overdraft your money. But at the same time, while your money's there, they're making 9 times over what you put in your account. They've created it 9 times over. And so they're making all type of interest on our money, and they don't even want to give us 1 or 2% a year. Like, you can't even get that, you know, on an annual basis from a regular bank. But right now, you preserve your wealth in gold and silver, and if you start taking advantage of these cryptocurrency opportunities, you can start seeing 1 to 2% every single day, multiple times a day. You just got to learn how to put your money to work for you. It's being done. I'm doing it. I have multiple investments. So I'm all day, every day. That's all I do is sit back and check my money and watch it grow, buy more silver, buy more gold, and help people grow. So, you know, you guys have to take the time. Don't be afraid to learn, because we've been getting duped for a very long time. And, you know, just because you feel like you don't know, we all are capable of learning. So just take the time to teach yourself, and don't despise small beginnings, because the best is yet to come for all of us. Tearing people up over overdraft fees, using our money and not paying us for it. Exactly. It's all robbery, you guys. And so one of my favorite sayings is opt out of the system of debt, because it's all just debt. It's all debt. Credit is debt. It's all debt, and we shouldn't be participating in it, because it doesn't help our people to advance. Not the majority of us. Only a select few, and only a select few have know how to actually manage these type of systems that they've created for us to fail. And so we got to opt out of it. We can't keep playing their game, because they've had the upper hand over us for a very long time. And so we got to change the narrative and stop. You know, we are the one that give them power. I want to let people know that, like, we are the ones that give these people power, whether it's in the government, whether it's in the financial system. When we're out here shopping, I'm really mad because Amazon got us in a trick bag, because like we can't, a lot of things that we can't get unless we're going through these companies like Amazon, but they took our local businesses away for our people to be able to thrive, so that they can continue to do what they want to do. And so we got to change some of the things that we're doing. All of this buying up Nikes, and we got to change our lifestyles, you guys. We can't keep living this way and doing, we've come up we kind of been brainwashed in a European lifestyle, kind of, sort of, or these Albion, whatever you want to call it or whatever. But we got to take back our own culture and stop wanting to keep up with the Joneses. And the way that we can do that is by opting out of their system, practicing these community wealth building systems, economic systems together collectively, and putting our money and our own resources together to start, in the future, creating our own businesses, our own grocery stores, growing our own food, and, changing our whole entire lifestyle outside of the damage that they've done to us, because we are really, really damaged people, and it's time for us to heal, and we are the ones that are going to have to heal ourselves. Nobody's going to come and do it for us, okay? So I need you guys to know that. And with that, I don't have a whole lot to say, because I could be on here preaching all day. But I just want us to be free, and it's possible. We just got to work together.
All right, great. We're going to yield the floor to Nabwazel.
First of all, I would definitely want to say thank you, Mother, for sharing the information and definitely trying to get our people to come together with a solution, like this. Because for a long time, our people, they have been under colonial occupation, and it's been really unfortunate, the things that occurred when they took our birthright, and with the birthright comes the land and everything from the land, the precious metals. And for a long time our people wasn't allowed to even notice information and to have access to the information to get the metals, the precious metals. So I'm definitely grateful for you, Mother, being a mother, bringing it and leading, trying to get our people back on track with the information. And I really want to, they touched on, everybody touched on so much. Brother Citizen Man, Noble Nuth, B Miles, everybody touched on stuff. I just want to shift gears a little bit, because it's, well, not shift gears because it's still on the same topic. Can you see my camera? There's like a lag.
No, I just see your avatar.
Okay, it's a little slow. How about now? Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, I can see you now.
All right, there we go. So I pulled some tarot cards. Okay, and this is the Sybil. This is from the Tarot of the Moors. This is the Sybil card, and this is representative of the High Priestess. And as you can see, she's sitting with a scroll in her hand. She has, she's looking off, and she has a decision to make. She's pondering, and behind her is two castles, right? One is black and one is white, representing the higher self and lower self. Decisions to make about which path to choose as far as a huge opportunity. And being the priestess, this is the time to, start activating the powers that you have within yourself. Being able to take control. Everything is in your hand. As you can see, she has everything right there in her hand. Now, the thing is, from the information that she has to choose from, between the ego, letting go of what's in the way. A lot of times our people have things in their way, holding them back. And it's based off of how, in this card, portraying which or how much information you have on the situation. So right now you was presented with a lot of information, and really over these last couple of live streams, a lot of information. So we at a crossroad, but at the end of the day, you still have a choice to make. It's still well within your power to take action based off the information you were given. Okay, this card in itself represents secrets, mystery, the occult, and of course it represents the feminine. And we know that last year there was a full moon in Leo, okay, representing the energy shifting to woman going back into rule. And we know right now our woman is under attack and they're out of tune with nature. So we got to, get our mothers back on track to rule again. So the beginning of this year was shifted from the patriarchal energy to a balance with the matriarchal energy. So a lot of the women, this is the time, to start getting things back in order. So this is dealing with foresight, contemplating, and of course, reflection. So right now, this is where a lot of our people are, the energy. Then you have the Three of Wands, right? And the Three of Wands is so funny because how everything works when I pull this card. right now the sun is in Aries. This is sun in Aries. Okay, that's what this card represent. And you can see wands, representing that fire energy, getting things going, starting things in the cardinal principle, initiating stuff. This deals with enterprise and collaboration, trade, being in harmony with others when you make those collaborations. Again, when the energy in these cards are present, it's really showing us, giving us a forecast of what's going on. Not just for today, but this will be up until Sunday. Opportunities to make those collaborations. This is Sun in Aries. This is trying to draw out the leader in you to take action, not just for yourselves, but for your future generation. Okay, this is about self-preservation mode. Okay, we're at a crossroad. What are we going to do? Are we going to continue to talk about what happens over and over and talk about what we could potentially do, or actually get the work done? And this is exactly what we're doing now, talking about the solutions. And then finally, the star card. Okay, this is the star card. I don't know if you can see this. The star card is definitely representing air energy. We're in the age of Aquarius, where we have two great rulers. Okay, we have Saturn and Uranus, and these two are great powerhouses in their own, and they came together to rule this age, the age of technology, information. As you can see, we know they're bringing in a lot of microchips, a lot of different things, a lot of different AI, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, we still have the power right now to make a decision and a choice to overcome those things, because at the end of the day, this is the story of civilization. Okay, this has always been the story, and this has always been the case. Okay, and now is the time to turn things around. This card represents the optimism, hope. Okay, going out and getting those things. A lot of times, for some of you who are watching this, you like to sit back and watch others do their thing, okay, and promote them and support them and play a support cast. But this is your time to be a leader, because the star card trumps everything. Okay, this is your time to actually come from behind the scenes and take action. And we're not going to put a lot of our solutions out there on here. We do a lot of that stuff in our classes and chats and things like that. But this is a perfect opportunity to start the shift for your future generations, for your posterity, okay, for your self-preservation. We know what they're doing as far as the gold and silver. They are controlling the market, and when there's a difference between supply and demand for gold and silver versus the trade market for gold and silver. And since they are creating these inflation rates for everything, right now it's the best time to start getting tangible precious metals and things of that nature in your hand. And remember, the precious metals itself are a part of you. They come from the same land that you come from. The AA, okay, 222 141, it can be looked at in the Library of Congress. You are the gold, okay, you are the AU. You have silver in you as well. So it's funny how they keep our people from gold and silver when that's actually a part of the alchemy. Okay, that's a part of who you are, your makeup. You have gold and silver in you. And the gold, for those who have low self-esteem and low confidence, gold will raise your vibrations. And if you have overactive chakras, silver will calm you down. And since we're dealing with vampires, silver helps keep the vampires away. Okay, so this is also why it's important to keep silver on you, and especially you want to get denominational silver so you can, like Mother said, barter with that when everything makes the transition. Because right now we're in that when they have this cashless society plan that they are implementing, where the IMF becomes the central bank, world bank is for everyone. That means when they control the market, this is bureaucratic servitude in full force. Okay, so they'll be able to track every transaction for everybody. So now we need to definitely get our, gold and silver, our land, everything as far as our birthright is concerned, restored. Okay, you have a primogeniture status and law to claim these things. Okay, they've been keeping our people outside of that, and this is why we need to relearn and reteach each other so that we can get access to that, because we can claim these things. Okay, it's called reclamation and law. We do it together. That's why I love what she's doing, because we're coming as a nation and not as an organization, not as a group of people that's angry at the world. We're coming as a nation, and we're doing what nations do. Okay, so again, when they centralize everything, when they control everything through bureaucracy, then this is where we'll see the full effects of their plan. And I yield the floor for anybody who have anything to add to that or comment.
Yeah, I do.
I just wanted to say, I just wanted to say one thing. Sorry if I cut anybody off.
No, you good, bro.
Everything that's been said, everything's been on point. To have everybody on this panel at least dropping everything that's been done to our people and bringing forth these solutions. All I want to say to anybody and everybody in the chat: do not let this pass you by. Isaiah already pulled the cards and gave you the planetary alignments. Now, all I'm going to say, and whoever want to speak can speak, do not say to your creator, you have not given me no answers. I'm just saying, if you transition tomorrow, tonight, whatever, do not say you didn't help me. I'm going to say that for real, because that same creator that you prayed for or you talked to is going to say, I did send help tonight, and I had people on that panel, you did not listen. That's all. I just want to say that, because I know somebody in this chat that's not listening and thinking this is a joke, and when time comes, they're going to try to hurry up and rush and get things moving. That's all I want to say, and that's just how the way I feel, because we all know that our people are hard-headed as hell. All right? I yield, and that's it.
Hey, I'm sorry, B Miles. I gotta jump off of here really soon. Well, actually, in a few minutes. But before I go, I just want to leave you guys with this. To what Noble Isaiah was saying about the silver. Silver also has an added property that gold does not have, which is antimicrobial properties, where it can be used to kill bacteria and viruses. Hence, colloidal silver. Look into it. That's another added value in having silver. Back in the what was it, like the mid to late 1800s, what people would do is they would collect milk in glass bottles, and they would put silver coins inside the milk to preserve it, to keep it from going bad and make it last longer. And that's because the silver coins was actually killing the bacteria that was collecting in the milk. So that's a pretty interesting one. And also to what Sister Shea Marie was saying about, being able to learn or being willing to learn. When you're looking to find financial independence, a lot of the lessons you learn will cost you money. Just like when you're looking to find financial independence from going to college and getting a degree, you got to pay tuition. It's going to cost you money. So changing your situation starts with changing your mindset and changing your perspective. So a lot of people, when they go into business, 70% of all businesses fail because the owners suffer losses and quit. But if you look at a loss as a loss, then every time you take a loss, you'll just see it as that, and you'll just feel like a failure. But in business, you have to see, and I say this all the time, I don't know if I said it here before, but I'll say it again. In business, when you take a loss, you think of it as your tuition that you just paid to learn that lesson of how not to take that loss again. You know, like if you're a contractor and you got a job to do and you hire, I don't know, one too many guys to come work with you. Now you got to pay everybody and you realize you got nothing left for yourself at the end of it. That day you spent working for nothing was a loss that you took. But the lesson that you learned from that was, I don't need to hire all these people anymore. I'm going to do more so I can actually get something out of this. You know what I'm saying? So when you start seeing your losses as lessons, you'll make it a lot farther. Like, you might do a bad deal, lose $500, but because you learned what you learned from losing that $500, now when you got that 5,000 to play with, you won't make the same mistake and lose your 5,000. So that loss taught you something, and that way you avoid the despair, you avoid the frustration, and you avoid the feelings of wanting to quit. You know, you just go back and figure, okay, what did I do wrong? Because once you start thinking like that, you're automatically putting yourself in the mindset to try again. I'm going to try again. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't consider what you did wrong to cost you that money, then you really have no intention to try again, because obviously you're going to give up. If you give up on trying to learn the lesson out of the mistake that you made, then that means you gave up on trying on whatever it was that caused you to make that mistake in the first place. But that's all I wanted to say, fellas. I appreciate you guys having me on. Sister Shay Marie, you did a great presentation tonight. And B Miles, thank you for being such a wonderful host, my man.
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt. Good night, brother. We appreciate you. Definitely appreciate your time and your knowledge.
That's right. Peace and love, brother.
Peace and love.
And love to you. Thank you for stopping by, Citizen Man.
No problem. Peace out.
Yep, and as I was saying though before, like, you know, people can't come on, you know, the platform and say ain't nobody never told me anything, because we came with this stuff from all angles tonight, from all angles, and I feel as though a lot was pretty much covered, and we going on 2 hours. But I really got to say, this has been a very great stream, definitely great panel tonight from all angles. I mean, I really have to say, each and every last one of y'all on this panel was phenomenal tonight, and it's been a great stream. So any more last remarks before we close it out?
I just wanted to say that Islam, I just wanted to say thank you, Mother Shay Marie. No, Isaiah, thank you, brother. Thank you for the information, and thank you for your time, for both of y'all, you know, for your time to share this information that was very vital and also valuable to our people and those that are watching. And I want to say thanks to the chat, and most of all, this was a very enlightening stream, and I just hope that everybody that watched take heed to what was said. And I meant what I said about a lot of our people being hard-headed. We love our people. We want to see them succeed.
Mm-hmm.
We really do. And it's hard when you have those that don't want to listen until the last minute, when you can't help them at that last minute. And that's what's going to be the hurtful part, when you really can't help them and you've been putting yourself out there, letting them know you don't have too much time to lollygag anymore. This is it. You can't blame anybody but yourself now. You know what I'm saying? This is time for you to be responsible for your own future endeavors and also your future. If you have any children, you gotta look at this for building generational wealth for you and your children and your children's children. This is what everybody's pretty much saying in translation. Nobody just didn't pull those cards for nothing. You know, Mother Shay Marie didn't go ahead and give this presentation for nothing. B Miles did not just come together and say, like, hey, we're gonna do this presentation, we're gonna go ahead and bring forth this platform, bring forth this panel tonight and talk about this. So I just want to say I yield, and I want to say Islam to Noble Noof, and I'll talk to him soon, probably after here, or if not tomorrow. And I want to say love you all. Thank you.
Oh yeah. So definitely grateful for everything, and I actually had the presentation earlier too for Mother, and we on board. I'm on board, and I love what we got in store and what we plan on doing. Definitely grateful for everybody. And we're looking forward to continue to build. We got class tomorrow. Don't forget about that. It's 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and you can drop the email in the chat, and we'll add you to the class.
All right, everyone. Peace and love. Good night.
Peace and
Bye,
love.
everyone. See you guys and talk to you guys later soon.
Peace out.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.